gon' need to show? I forgot to mention. Traumatizing the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. I'm starting the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite. Practice better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't dead, then we don't dream of life. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love, their reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. A part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. Lord, to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
We do it like that and we do it like this. We do it like that and we do it like this. Yeah.
Swing low, Lord, then we got this plantation. I ain't on the block no more, no grams weighing. I don't even bet no hoes, my ribs stay in. Try to keep them humble and never run in the streets. My kids speaking Hebrew, so you know that I teach. It's hard, gotta hold on, trying to keep up the peace. I'm waiting on your son to return and cut off the beast. Till then, I'ma be in war mode and face east. I know I don't deserve a second chance, but I take it. That's why I don't slow down no more, and I don't blaze it. Satan still want me back, he gotta face it. Smoke don't touch these lungs, I'm feeling strong again. Lost a couple LBs, even started to jog again. I get suited up now, and I ain't talking about cardigans. Boots laced up and gear ready for battle. The enemy is listening, Lord, but I ain't rattled. You made a nigga feel it, some niggas scared of the shadow. I'm seeing lost niggas in these groups on the tube. You could've put me with them, guess that's mercy from you. You put me front of Jenna, YAHANNA, I can't lose. You took a drug dealer that probably should make the news and turn him to a prophet. My family is still confused. It seems they like the old me best. Sorry to say, I ain't gotta drop an old me left. So I pray that the slave master see death every day. I hear the bell toll and hope I'm the one chosen. And when that chariot swing low, Lord, let me roll in.
We're doing this for Yahweh and Yahushua. Go to war for our people like Mordecai. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Every day is a struggle just to stay alive. It's dark and hell is hot and I don't wanna feel the fire. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Well, come on, come on, come on. Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? What you know about sacrifice? Nothing, they bluffing. These niggas perpetrating, man, God, the shit is disgusting. I put my time in. Why they ain't even applying? Through all the pain, hate, confusion, and the lying, I stay grinding with the heart of a lion. The strong through the storm till I found that silver lining. Without no pressure, there's no diamonds. I walk straight into the furnace of affliction for refining. Came along with the stanch of bills when I heard the sirens getting higher. Hold up, moment of silence. Just a moment, y'all. Yeah, cause that man is dead in deceit. Gained knowledge, found peace, shook the mark of the beast. Only fear God and not another man who bleeds. And if you roll with me, you already know my speed. I come through, give the death and holler what up, priest. Then I quit the shop a Christian with ease. Then I go and put the sword back in the sheet. I got one life to live, so I'm playing for keeps. So I be dropping shit like the towers. All my haters sour, you ain't no cowards. Niggas swear they hard, but acting like they own their flowers. You old bitch ass nigga, I'll fuck your ass up. Hold up. Let me regain my composure. I keep the time to the beat of a composer. The end is near and I can feel it getting closer. Praying to the Lord that the angels be my chauffeur. We're doing this for Yahweh and your house shot. Go to war for our people like Mordecai. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Every day is a struggle just to stay alive. It's dark and hell is hot and I don't wanna feel the fire. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Well, come on, come on, come on. Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot?
Yeah, and get out yourself, cause I done been through there and back. Let's be clear the facts, crackers setting stage and tracks. Revenue be impressing, I ain't prepared to crack. My current state of living depressing, my hair I'm tearing that. I fight alone in my home, but I ain't sharing that. Most of these people ain't prepared for that. I met these I.S.U.P.K brothers and I was hearing that. They said, you know the Christ struggle too, and I'm like, where is that? They get the scriptures and they show what he was hearing that. Bush when he's up top the mountain, I'm unaware of that. Bricks on the rocks and the bread, I'm highly aware of that. But then he tried to get cracked to jump, shit I be scared of that. And shit I'm stretching through infinitesimal with comparing that. Put on my gator strap, it's what's best to do, cause that's what pressure do. And they bring the blessing through the truth we bring. So by shit, Yahweh shot, go to war for my king.
We're doing this for Yahweh and your house shot. Go to war for our people like Mordecai. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Every day is a struggle just to stay alive. It's dark and hell is hot and I don't wanna feel the fire. I'm sorry for my sins and I deserve to die. But please swing low, sweet chariot, cause I wanna ride. Well, come on, come on, come on. Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot? Won't you please swing low, sweet chariot?
Swing down, I'm alright. Swing down, I'm alright. Swing down, I'm alright. Swing down, I'm alright. I can feel the mother's here.
Test 1, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call. To be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how it's evaded and not the lives lost. Can't be focused on the life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh. Even though we did the wrong thing, my life would have been a lot different if I fell up under wrong swing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made to fit. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked how they design it. Just when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and no restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court, found in DC school. I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm U.P.K, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's not right. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. S.H.U.P.K until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct all multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty and make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Twan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Heavy cry cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, blood, smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then gotta hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. The decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. The decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster.
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it. Made niggas recruit. Had to shed light on the false image. U.P.K home court. Now who the fuck wanna scrimmage the word for soft niggas? What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip-hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss fall. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no pick or enough cars to hold. Holy angels watch my steps and block God my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50. I should now wake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. That's taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge your beauty, I'm a beast. I told this bitch she can't eat unless she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. When Paul fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony and bring it back to the anthill. Cause everything I drop heavy as an anvil. So you understand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win. And the rest look way devastated. I'm calculating my next move. You became a real nigga, sick refuge. Body shots for cause, that'll get you bruised. A nigga's whole rank will check your little attitude. I came to fuck with your move on your little holiday like a Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the mall. Bitches in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog down by the letter. And live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for you drugs, like some performances. Looking forward to a world that never left. I will endure, intellectual beat, your correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am blessed. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. All soul like a German shepherd, young and the restless, swear honor like a cabinet. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Not been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness, I'm back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dump dogs all locked out. Behind me say I'm cut full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't U.P.K, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah, bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. Don't rank me no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm U.P.K, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies. And they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy. The tan never cease. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet, tried everything. I guess me and YAHANNA had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man. They better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take them out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call it 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why tell them I'm loyal to the king. To the righteous way. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring the hot blood. You can say loyal to the king. To the righteous way. Lord to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Lord to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm Lord to the king. Bring that hot blood. You can say Lord to the king.
You good to go? All right, clap it up, everybody. All right. Hey, Shalom. YAHANNA, YAHAWASHABARAKA, to all the brothers. Shalom, YAHAWASHAMAR, shout out all the sisters, man. This is the I.S.U.P.K out of 125th, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. All right, this is the Wednesday law class, all right? Out of Minnesota. We finna get it in, man. But like I like to say, first and foremost, man, pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. 10% of any increase in earning that you receive, give to the man of the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. The one body of Christ, the home of the truth, all right? Make sure you get them tithes in here, man. You know what I'm saying? And support this truth, support the brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's out there, you know, on the front lines, putting in his work, you know, really doing this work, man. You know what I'm saying? Going all across the country, outside of the country, feeding, housing brothers and sisters, counseling brothers and sisters, helping brothers and sisters get off drugs, building strong marriages in the black community. Excuse me, when I say black, I mean blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? All the 12 tribes. All right? So, you know what I'm saying? Today, we get into you know, what I like to say is some bedrock scriptures. You know what I mean? Some bedrock for the UPK and the UPK scriptures. And we're going to get some questions. If you got any questions, check that. I think we have a couple of questions on Facebook. If you have any questions, man, type your questions in on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, or YouTube, type them in, and we'll get to those. But I like what we're doing is we're going to get into some bedrock scriptures, man, where the brothers, you know, who have the ambitions on being officers in the school, man, you know what I'm saying? So some scriptures that you want to absolutely know, absolutely have in your notes, in your arsenal, because it's you know, it's essential, you know what I'm saying, to being an officer in the UPK. So we're gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying, and it was kind of right on point too, man, because you know there's been a lot of things, you know, just in the media with, you know, with brothers and sisters, you know, not properly having their households in order, okay, and understanding the roles of a man and a woman in a relationship. You know, that's a heavy thing, you know what I'm saying, because the scriptures say, you know, to destroy a strong man's home, you must first bind the strong man, to spoil a strong man's home. I'm paraphrasing that scripture, of course, but that's the scripture. You know what I'm saying? If you want to spoil a strong man's home, the first thing you got to do is bind up the strong man and get that strong man out. That's what the oppressor has done to us. You know what I'm saying? The people who brought us over here on them slave ships, man. You know what I'm saying? The people who oppress us all through this earth right now, you know, they use that tactic, that war tactic against us, taking the man out of the home and ultimately, you know what I'm saying, allowing a woman to be, you know, so-called independent. But really, the white man just became the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of the vices was, you know, taking the man out the home and putting the woman on Section 8. And now the man can't come in, the white man pays the rent for you. Right. You pay $8, the white man covers the rent. The only stipulation is you can no longer have that man in the house. So that was just some tactics. So we
So it's not a coincidence that these are some bedrock UPK scriptures. So many of you young troopers, young man in the school, make sure you get, you're taking your notes in, man, and get these some of these scriptures. But first, before we get into the debate, I'm gonna get one. Grab 1 Timothy 3 and 5. You know what I'm saying? This kind of leads up into the order and the structure of the household scriptures. Okay, it leads up into that. So we're gonna get those first. First, I say 1 Timothy 3 and 5. All right, you got it. All right, let's get it.
1 Timothy 3 and 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house.
Read that again.
For if a man know not how to rule his own house.
For if a man knows not how to rule his own house. Okay, listen to that. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for brothers who, like I said, got those ambitions, want to be an officer, want to come up in this truth, and ultimately be a captain, general, whatever your ambitions is. First and foremost, you got to get these bedrock scriptures down. You got to get the understanding of this scripture right here. Let's read it again.
For if a man know not how to rule his own house.
So if a man know not how to rule his own house, this is 1 Timothy 3 and 5. If a man not know how to rule his own house, keep going.
How shall he take care of the church of God?
Read that again.
How shall he take care of the church of God?
How shall he take care of the church of God? You know what I'm saying? The church is a congregation of Israelite, the people,
right.
Brothers and the sisters. How you gonna take care of the house of the Lord? You know what I'm saying? If you can't even rule your own house and take care of your own house properly. All right? Yeah. If you can't take care of your own house properly, man, how it's not possible. And that's thus says the Lord, okay? We always come out of the scripture, these is not our words. How can you do that? You must first get your own house in order before you can try to teach somebody how to run their house and how to rule over their house if you're not able to take care of your own. All right? So that's just a scripture to lead up into the bedrock scriptures on the role of the woman in Israel. Okay? It's very, very important to have structure. The scriptures say do everything in decency and in order.
Right.
Okay? So go ahead and find, we're gonna get into the first one of these bit like we call bedrock scriptures, man. Go to 1 Corinthians 11 and 3 real quick. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3, talks about, the structure of the household. All right?
1 Corinthians 11 and 3.
Hold on 1 second. Because it talks about the structure of the household. Okay, this is why this is first. You must understand the structure, understand the order of things. Decency and order, there has to be an order to everything. Everything in the earth has order in it. You know what I mean? The sun rises, the moon goes down. You need water for the plants and the grass to grow. It takes a man and a woman, to make a baby. You got to have order. I'm sure the Kemet community beg to differ on that. They think all type of disgusting things that you can do with your seed. You know what I mean? It's terrible. You know what I'm saying? The feminist community, they think a woman can get pregnant on her own, and the Christians think that immaculate conceptions and so it's all these things out here that just try to push this agenda that the man is really not needed. Right. You know what I mean? When that's completely against the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why homosexuality is absolutely ridiculous. Because if it was normal and natural, two men will be able to produce a child, which is ultimately the commandment from the Lord was to be fruitful and multiply.
Right.
All right. So let's get that structure. Now, how is the household supposed to be ran? Let's see what the Lord says about the order of the household. Let's get it.
Done. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Hold on one second, man, and make sure you guys, man, everybody, share the classes. You know what I mean? Share this class, share these videos, so other people can get this truth, man. The ultimate goal is to get everybody's households in order. So you share them to your page. You never know who might be listening and watching. A lot of times people don't comment on videos and stuff, but they be watching. So make sure you sharing the content. Okay. Go ahead. Let me make sure I share it as well. But we're gonna get back into it. Though. Yeah, because it's very, very important, man, that all of, you know what I'm saying, we get this truth out to everybody who want to hear it, man. All right. Because, you know, we call it, you know, the brothers and the sisters in the world ain't in the truth, but they still Israelites. They still our brothers and sisters, and we still love them, man. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you do your part and push this truth so the blood, you know, the people ain't on your hands. You know what I'm saying? You can just let them know if they hearken on to it and listen, then they got it. If not, hey, sit up up in this seat right here, brother. Yes. All right, no sweat. All right. So let's get we at 1 Corinthians 11:3. We breaking down these as bedrock UPK scriptures. You always want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you have your notepad and your pen to take notes, because these scriptures is very, very important. Bedrock UPK scriptures, man, for brothers, you know what I'm saying, like I said earlier, who have ambitions on being officers. All right, brother. So you ready to get it? Let's go.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have no SHALAM. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Okay, that's the first order. The head of every man is Christ. First and foremost, you got to get in this truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the understanding of these laws, statutes, and commandments, and be led by the Most High. Be led by Christ. That's first and foremost, so you can properly lead your own family. So that's whether or not the first wisdom comes from. The scriptures say the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. All right. So you start doing the right thing when you fear the Lord, going to put you to death if you don't. You know, at first it's like that. But then after a while, you start to do these things because it becomes a part of your spirit. It becomes who you are. Right. And you just do it. It becomes a part of you and you just do it. But at first you hear this, you know, when I was coming in the truth, I'm like, man, you know, now that I know this, man, I got to start doing it, you know. At first, you know, it was a struggle for me to stop getting high. You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, I don't even like being around. I don't even like smelling it no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like it became a part of me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Second nature.
Yeah, the second nature. It becomes just a part of who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? It becomes you. All right. Let's keep going. So first and foremost, the head of every man is Christ. This is the order of the household. The head of every man is Christ first and foremost. Keep going.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Read it again.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is the man. All right? It didn't say no stipulations in there. No, if you make the most money in the house, you get to rule over the man in the household. It didn't say none of that. The head of the woman is the man. And everybody knows that because, you know, when you're walking down the street, you got to walk on the danger. The man has to walk on the dangerous side of the street. Right. That's how it goes. Somebody, you hear noise downstairs in the kitchen, the man can't roll over, no matter if you making all the money or not. As soon as he roll over and say, hey man, I heard some downstairs, go check that out. It's gonna be a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's gonna be a problem. You know, I don't care if you make all the money or not. Any other time I make all the money, how do I make the decision? That's how a lot of these, you know, independent women act. Mm-hmm. But you know, when it's you know what I'm saying, it's time to take out that garbage. It's time to kill a spider, kill a, you know what I'm saying, some bug, some spider, they about to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? And so, you know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure that we understand that the head of the woman is the man, thus says the Lord. All right? These ain't my word. These is in the scriptures. We read 1 Corinthians 11:3. All right? The head of the woman is the man. You have to lead your woman. You cannot allow your woman to lead you and run over you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with listening to your woman if she has suggestions. Because women are very smart. You know what I'm saying? They can have great ideas, great suggestions. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot let her rule over you. You know what I'm saying? You got sons and coming up in that house, even daughters. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to be looking at you as weak. You know what I'm saying? And then you got you raising up your son and be weak and allow women to run over him. Hey, just have a seat. That's how you know what I'm saying? He all right. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to allow, you know, your people to see you. You don't want to allow your daughter to see you like that. You definitely don't want to allow your son to see you in that light. And then even more than that, you don't want the Most High seeing that because He established it. This is a commandment for the Most High that this is how you're supposed to run your household. All right. All right, keep going.
And the head of the woman is the man.
All right, make sure you read it a little louder so everybody on the thing. Here, read it one more time.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Okay. And the head of the woman is the man. So then the woman is over the children, you know what I mean? And that's how it goes. So there ain't no, the kid will come into somebody trying to turn the mom against the dad and all of that. So that kind of thing happens in a lot of families. You know what I'm saying? The children are bringing mom and dad against each other because, you know what I'm saying, the women will take the children's word over the man and and it cause confusion in the household.
Mhm.
But when you have this clear order in the house, hey, the kid come to the mom trying to access something that she already asked the dad that dad told him no about. That's a lot of times I have dad that said no, and so the kids go to the mom. And if you got a structured household, the mom should say, "Hey, what did your dad say?" Or go ask your dad. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that. Or you know what I'm saying? Or if the dad want to say, "Hey man," they ask dad, he might say, "Hey, go ask your mom." You know what I'm saying? And that's their structure and order. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it should go. And make sure that you are leading your woman properly. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to just, lead her to become a prostitute. You being a pimping your woman out is not leading her. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? That's, once she catch AIDS and die, then what?
Right.
Once one of them tricks, rob and kill her and rape her, then what? You know what I'm saying? That's not leading your woman properly. You know what I'm saying? Having your woman out there, like you said, a lot of brothers, they talking about this is my ride or die. They got their woman out there toting pistols with them,
Mhm.
selling dope with them. You know what I'm saying? Let your woman be in the crib, taking care of the children, you know what I'm saying, working, doing what she, being that weaker vessel, being feminine. You know what I'm saying? Let her be in her feminine. She don't need to be outside of carrying pistols and selling dope with you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we got to get it, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we get this order in our households right. Because we get this order back right, that cuts off all that homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of this homosexuality because there ain't no man in the household, because the man, you know what I'm saying, the mama didn't kick the man out. You know what I'm saying? Now that she's trying to raise the son, and now he's coming up being all these feminine, and then this world is telling him like, yeah, that feeling you felt, that's because you were homosexual. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. You know what I'm saying? And it's always, and it starts with not having that man in the household. You know what I'm saying? It's essential to the growth of a young man and a young woman. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how many brothers out here prey on young sisters because they have daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have a daddy in their life telling them how beautiful they are, what they deserve from a man, and different things like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they be vulnerable just because they didn't have that. Like, you don't know how like dudes can smell them, you know what I'm saying, like a mile away. You can tell the girls in the world, or, you know what I'm saying, period, you can tell women who was raised by that, with their fathers in their lives or their grandfathers, a strong male presence. You know what I'm saying? You can tell the ones that didn't. They call it daddy issues. They got serious daddy issues, man. And they be, a lot of times, be promiscuous, you know what I'm saying? Because they be looking for that daddy love in all these different men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they turn to the pimp, you know what I'm saying? And they straight, just whores, going from man to man. You know what I'm saying? Looking for that validation that if they had their father in their life, their father could have gave them that validation every day.
Right.
Every day growing up, letting them know. Now they know how beautiful they are. They got their father doing all these amazing things for them. Now when the man come around and do something nice, they don't feel like they got to give them everything.
Right.
You know, give them the box, give them the head, give them everything they got just because the brother gave them a couple of compliments. You know what I'm saying? You know, took her to a movie or something, bought her a drink. Now she feel like she owe him the world. You know what I mean? And those kind of things, if her man, her father was in her life doing those kind of things for her, those things would be nothing. Like, man, my dad, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? My dad been doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. Or the flip side, when the man ain't doing something, then she gets spotted. Like, well, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? He got me walking on the other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying? Got me doing this and that. He ain't treating me like this. She'll be able to pay attention to those signs, like, in the courtship time. It'll be before she then laid down with him and gave herself to the brother. She'll be on the first couple of days. She's like, oh, you know what? My daddy warned me about brothers like you. Because a lot of times what we do as brothers, we warn them about brothers like us. You know what I'm saying? like that's what it is. Like, hey, I know how it was in the world, man. This is what I used to do. You try to give them the game. You know what I'm saying? But that's very essential. You know what I'm saying? Coming from coming from a father to a daughter and also to a son. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like women do a great job. You know, the single mothers out there, yeah, you do the best you can, do some good ones, you do the best you can, but at the end of the day, you cannot teach a man how to feel like a man. Okay? You can't teach them that. That's just something that is just, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like the same way, like we can't teach our daughters how to feel like a woman. Right. That ain't for us. That's why the Lord put us, you know what I'm saying, put us together, because it was a unit. You know what I'm saying? You need both of these things for this whole thing to work properly. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? that's very essential, man. So you need that man in the house. So that's the structure. You know, so read that from the top one more time, then we'll get the next one. Yeah, 11 and 3. Just one more time. You got any waters in here? No waters in here? No. Okay. All right, don't show. Go ahead, brother.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. So that's the structure. So before you can, you know what I'm saying, like I said, before you can start to try to teach somebody else how to rule their household, like First Timothy 3 and 5 said, you first got to get your house in order. All right? And this is bedrock scriptures in the UPK to help you young brothers who coming up in this truth, want to be officers, coming in, want to be, let's work on getting your household in order, getting yourself in order. So then you can go out and teach other brothers and sisters how to control their thing and how to get that thing together. All right? So let's go to the next one, man. Let's get 1 Timothy 2 and 11. All right, 1 Timothy 2 and 11. We're gonna go there real quick. I'm gonna get that with you. 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Okay. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? One of the things you see a lot, especially in the Christian community, because all of us Christian, Christianity, Muslims, Kemet, they all Christian. Right. Because some Muslims be celebrating Christmas and Halloween, Kemet men be celebrating Christmas and Halloween and the 4th of July, all of that. So it's all Christian at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So when we say Christian, that engulfs all that. Muslim, Islam, Kemet, Christianity, everything. Catholic, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, them too, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them too, you be seeing them, you know what I'm saying? Talking about happy born day. Right. You know what I'm saying? Happy born day, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you just can't stay away from it. Right. Like, you just, happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Shabbat Shalom, brother. Right. Shalom. Just all Christian, man. It's terrible. But one of the things that you see in that Christianity is women leading. You know what I'm saying? And teaching the people and leading the man. You know what I'm saying? Because they got all these women pastors and all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's but that is not what the Lord say. You know what I'm saying? How things should go. But let's get it.
The 1 Timothy
2 and 11.
2 and 11. First Timothy. First Timothy, chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these scriptures, you know what I'm saying? The women's supposed to just be in there learning the scriptures. Not saying that she can't raise her hand and ask questions and things like that. It's got to be completely silent, but not to be teaching. All right? Keep going.
Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
Right. But I read that part again. But what?
Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Right. So when you got that woman passing in your church, and you see this, like what can they say about it? But just that they doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They ain't following what the Most High say or none of that. They're just doing what they want to do. Okay, the Lord said He suffered them not to teach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the situation. You know, like I say, in your household, you know, everybody had their roles. Women have their roles, men have their roles. You know what I'm saying? And you can teach your children how to do certain things. But when it comes to this work of the Lord and teaching these scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Leave that to the man. You know what I'm saying? You got you a man in the world. Let's say you a sister that's coming to the truth, and you got a man in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just because you come in here and learn in the scriptures, don't mean you go home telling him how stupid he is, how he a sinner, and he ain't following me, that you ain't supposed to be teaching that. What you do is you lead by example. You start doing it as a woman, and then he'll start to see, you know, how amazing that you are. You know, he'll see that you ain't eating pork no more, you ain't stealing line, you ain't doing drugs no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing into whoredom no more. You ain't into, you know, like he coming at you like, man, you know, you ain't having threesomes no more. Like, no, like, I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? And he see that, you know, like you tell him like, man, you know, he tell you, can you cook me, you know, some pork chop sandwiches? And you like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up some of this steak for you though, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You don't go in there, you know, telling them he's stupid. Talking about First Corinthians say the such and such, and the man, you know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? You have questions about the scriptures, you ask him, and you make suggestions. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to tell him what to do, but the nice thing to do is to make a suggestion to the man.
Right.
But don't try to tell him, this is what you're going to do, because I said so. That is not, read that second part. So not only are you supposed to not teach, but you also not supposed to what?
SHALAM. You said read the second part.
Yeah, just the one you just read, 12. We're on 12.
We're on Friday.
Yeah, make sure you keep your finger on it just so you don't lose your spot.
Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
We just got that, nor what?
Nor to usurp authority over the man.
Nor, read that one more time. Nor to what?
Nor to usurp authority over the man.
Nor to usurp authority over the man. So you ain't supposed to be coming in the crib, you know, telling your man what he finna do and how he finna do it, and none of that. If he said he is the final say-so in the order, y'all might have a discussion. Hey, I think we should do this. I think we should do that. He say, you know what? We're gonna do this. That's a great idea. I'm gonna take a little bit of that probably. Or he might scratch your whole idea, whatever. But you ain't finna say, well, no, I ain't doing it. I'm doing this. That is not of the Lord. You just a sin. You ain't supposed to usurp authority over the man. What you want to do is be sweet and make a suggestion. Say, hey, you know what? I think this would be really cool. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? Go to your husband, with my Lord. You know what I'm saying? Out of wine, whatever you want to call him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I think this is a great idea. What do you think about this? I think we should do this. You know what I'm saying? What your ideas, but not telling them what's going to happen. I don't care if you make the money or not. I don't care if it is your car, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's not how this thing goes. It didn't say none of that. Like if she bought the car, then she makes the rules with the car. It don't say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so no. Make suggestions that'll get you further when dealing with men. All right? Keep going.
But to be in silence.
You know what I'm saying? It's good to just, you know, sometimes, you know, just learn. You know, be quiet. Y'all like to, you know, talk so much sometimes, women, and they don't like to listen. You know, have you ever heard them talk to somebody, they just, what they say, listening just to make a response, but not just listening and actually hear and understand what it is you're trying to say. You know what I mean? Right. Sometimes they just listen, just talk just to be talking, or just talk just for the sake of responding, not even listen. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, not saying nothing is saying a whole lot, actually. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things you say with body language says a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So you can say a lot without saying nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. Verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
That's right. So, you know, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Women being so emotional, you know, they be gullible, get tricked, and because men are more what you say, more skeptical. Right. You know what I'm saying? More like, you know, go ahead. Logical, you know what I'm saying? But really more skeptical about things. More like, you know, making sure, like, I don't really trust that, or I don't really trust this person or that, you know. Maybe, you know, or even if you go, like, you got your house, you know, marriage is more like that. Like, we're gonna get into some other scriptures talking about, you know, how the father is in the household. Like, it's in here, you know how I'm saying? Like being up, you know, walking in the house at night, making sure the doors is locked, maybe making sure your little daughter ain't jumped out, peeked out the window, or, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, back, I don't know if y'all, back when we was young, we was jumping through, creeping through windows and little, you know what I'm saying, when their parents asleep. But now, you know, I'm checking windows, doors, checking rooms, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we was ruthless as kids, you know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, man, we gonna, let's keep on, we gonna get the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just to keep these fresh, man, keep these bedrock scriptures good. So let's go to the next one. We're gonna go to Ecclesiastes 7:26.
Ecclesiastes?
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 7:26.
7:26.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get these because, like I said, we got a lot of young brothers coming up, you know, and it's very essential to get the bedrock scriptures, you know what I'm saying, to keep them fresh in you, especially if you have ambitions on taking that, you know what I'm saying, test and becoming an officer. You know, you want to, you know, get these bedrock scriptures in you. Right. Ecclesiastes 7:26. Let me see. All right. You know, we're gonna keep it going. But so yeah, when you get it, we'll get it, man. But the other thing, and then I want you to grab that one scripture I was just talking about the man running, going, you know, walks through the house. Yeah, if you could grab that precept real quick, because it's funny, like, you know, how all the things that we do in life, you know, is in these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? How we should run our household, how we should train up our children, how we should, you know, be with our daughters, how we should be with our sons. It's all in here. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, it's so whenever you have you know, you wondering about how you should do something, how you should conduct yourself, how you should raise your son or your daughter, go to these scriptures first and foremost. Get them, and that'll lead you on the path that you should go. The answers is there. The best answers, the best ways to do it is in these scriptures. All right?
SHALAM.
Hey, no sweat. So Ecclesiastes 7:26 is definitely one of them ones, man. Let me see. If you got you got that one? Okay. I believe it might be. It could be. I'm not 100%. The man is awake. The father awakes in the night. You know what I'm saying? In his house at night, like the father's woke in the house at night. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that his daughter does not lose. You know what I'm saying? Her virginity or something like that. Like, I know it was. I remember I read. I'm like, damn.
SHALAM. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman.
See, right. Says you got to get that in you. You know what I'm saying? This thing, you know, woman can be absolutely amazing, but one of those, you know what I'm saying, bitter, evil women, you know what I'm saying, can be like this. Keep going. Read that again.
And I find more bitter than death the woman.
I find more bitter than death the woman. What does that mean? What is that really saying right there? Who want to give a shot at that? What do I find more bitter than death? A woman. The woman. What does he mean? Hey, just let him down. He all right. Let him down. He is just fine. Read that. What do you think that means?
The woman can be so, you know what I'm saying, bitter, so messed up, you know what I'm saying? You'd rather be dead, you know what I'm saying? And deal with a woman, a bitter woman, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but you gotta think, like, cause you don't know, cause you ain't there, you don't know how, you know, death feels like when you're a dead person. So this is about the person That's a lie. Think of it that part. Think of it like that. Like if I find more bitter than death, what are they trying to say? The woman.
Is equivalent to, you know what I'm saying? A woman. Like,
oh yeah, you got it.
a woman being so bitter, you know what I'm saying? She's going through so much, you know what I'm saying? You would rather deal with death, you know what I'm saying, than deal with a bitter woman.
You own it. You own it. Her being so bitter. Read it. She said, actually, if you can read it one more time. You want to give a shot?
Shalom. Verse 26, and I find more bitter than death the woman.
I find more bitter than death. I find more bitter than death the woman. Yeah. Than death. Death. I find more bitter than death the woman. The woman who, that what? Read that next part.
Whose heart is snares and nets.
Whose heart is snares and nets. So I find more bitter than death the woman. What is it? What is that saying? Oh, you want to give it a shot? No, because you got to think like you don't, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how death, you know what I'm saying, feels. You ain't dead, you know what I'm saying? When you're dead, you're dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what is it trying to say?
A woman that basically is to the bitter, is at her bitterest point where she doesn't listen or anything that is like opposite than what she should be, or I don't know, to her worst.
Okay.
Is the bitterness, I guess, is worse.
Right. So that part is right. So the bitterness part is right. But what are they trying to say? Like I find more bitter than death. Like how do you know what death feels like? If you, huh?
More bitter than salad? I don't know.
Go ahead.
Because it's so harsh, you know what I'm saying? A woman being so harsh, you know what I'm saying? The death is harsh, you know what I'm saying? So a woman bitter, you know what I'm saying? You find.
I'm gonna give you. Want to give another shot? This is like because you got to think like you do. I'm trying not to give it to you because it's like you don't know how death. Like how do you know how death feels if you ain't never died? What could that be? What are they talking about? If you ain't never died to know what death feels like, because I find more bitter than death the woman. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really, you know, how do you know? That's a good one. Go ahead.
I mean, you don't know what that feels like, but I mean, dealing with a woman that is bitter and horrible in every way can, I don't know, it's not equivalent to death, but it could be equivalent to death. With all of the horribleness and the...
Yeah, that's right. Equivalent to death in what way?
The...
Shalom.
Go ahead. Equivalent to death in what way? Because you ain't died, so you don't know. You can't say that feeling, but you can. Hold on, make sure
you can imagine it, or you can get a feeling, so where you just want to.
Y'all ready? Look, y'all right on. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to you. What else you want to say?
Like unbearable pain.
Yeah, wait, that's more on it. But this is how you find that. You ain't never died, but everybody has felt the feeling of losing somebody close to you, somebody who you love dearly. That's the bitterness of death. How bitter you feel, how sad you feel, how hurt you feel when somebody dies. As I said, you ain't died, so you can't say what you've seen. So you felt lost. You felt that feeling of losing a brother, losing a best friend, losing a mother, losing a child. You know, whatever that feeling is, that feeling of that kind of loss and death. He found more bitter than that, an evil woman, man. A woman whose heart is snares and net. You see what I'm saying? An evil woman like that, you know what I'm saying? That's real deep. You gotta really take that in. Like, man, I find more bitter than death. A woman whose heart is snares and net. You know what I'm saying? So keep going on that.
And her hands as bands, whose pleases God shall escape from her.
Right, who pleases God shall what?
Escape from her.
Who pleases God shall what?
Escape from her.
All right, you know what I'm saying? A woman whose hands are snares and nets, that woman who's gonna trap you on child support, whose heart is snares and nets, that woman who's gonna, you know what I'm saying, just ruin your life, you know what I'm saying, just try to make your life miserable, you know what I'm saying? Probably be having sex with all your friends in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, your family members. You know, you a man who what?
It says, Salamis. and her hands as bands. Who pleases God shall from her escape from her.
Right.
Salaki.
Who pleases God shall escape from her. So you know how to please the Most High. By keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you will escape from that type of woman. But if you ain't pleasing the Most High, you're gonna get caught up and stuck with that type of evil woman. You're gonna be stuck with an evil woman like that. All right. You don't worry about it. We'll get it. I'm gonna get it. But grab that one scripture that talks about a wicked woman is given as a portion. Yeah, grab that real quick. Because this is a precept, to this. You know what I'm saying? Because man, dealing with a woman that's that's evil like that, that's why it's so important. So that, like the scripture say, don't get a light woman. Get a woman that's heavy. So a light woman blows with the wind. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the wind blows, that's what she on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever her friends is on, that's what she doing. Whatever dude is giving her attention at this time, that's who she rocking with. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get you a heavy woman, somebody who ain't easily moved like that. You know what I'm saying? Who's heavy in these laws, statutes, and commandments. Who's heavy in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Of the Most High. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Not some woman who is just going forward a nice shiny car. You know what I'm saying? Brother got a nice job or look good. You know what I'm saying? That's all you want. All you cared about because the brother looked good. You know what I'm saying? Now you didn't, through yourself, you don't even understand what you done got yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't take your time and do things the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Same, like I said, same things with brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you please the Lord, you will escape this type of woman. This woman will not, you know what I'm saying? She won't have you. You ain't finna be dealing with this child support, and you ain't finna be dealing with her sleeping with your brothers and your cousins, and you know what I'm saying, doing horrible things to you. You know what I'm saying, shaming you all on Facebook, to the school, to everybody. You ain't gotta. You will escape that shame. All right. You got it. This is a precept to this one. Let's get it.
Ecclesiasticus 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Read that one more time.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. Like this is for you right here. You want to be wicked, I'm gonna give you somebody that's gonna be wicked right with you. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be even more than y'all. Just, you know what I'm saying? They're saying y'all deserve each other. You know what I'm saying? You wicked like that. You know what I'm saying? You being evil. The Most High. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and bless you with this wicked woman, man. Like there you go. All right. Let's go ahead.
It's a flip side too.
Go ahead.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Read that one more time.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Right. A godly woman is given to him that fears the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So you be a godly woman, you do the things that you're supposed to do, the Lord will give you to a man that truly fears the Lord, man, and truly keeps these laws, statutes, and commandments. Want to make sure that you have everything that your heart desires. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will make sure that, but you gotta first show that you're a good daughter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta first show that you're a good son. Okay?
Right.
That you can't just, like any good father. Like you got kids, people who got kids should definitely understand. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you don't got kids, you are somebody's child. And if you remember, you know what I'm saying, when you did your job, you did the right things, you got rewarded. You know what I'm saying? When you did the right things, you got punished. And the Lord will bless you with a man of the Lord or a woman of the Lord if you fear the Lord or if you are a godly woman. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened for you, man. But we got to first is doing what these bad scriptures saying, understand the role, you know what I'm saying, what the Lord says about the woman and how she should be and what to, just the levels of it. You know what I'm saying? The levels of this thing, man. Keep going on. Is that it on that? Let me see. No, that's it on that. Drop that one. Let's get the next one, man. We're gonna go to we're gonna go back to Corinthians. Go back to Corinthians and get 14 and 34 real quick. First, 14 and 34.
14 and 34.
14 and 34. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll get the Corinthians 14 and 34. And then we're gonna show you the precept. Get the precept to that one. And I should have told you to hold that one.
Hold on.
No, go ahead. You got it. I want to find out what that scripture, man, I was asking you about earlier. Is anybody in there on the thing, man? The Father waketh in the night scripture, man. The Father waketh in the night to make sure his daughter don't, you know what I'm saying, shame him in his house. You know what I'm saying? He walking through the night, you know what I'm saying? It's a, I can't find it in my notes right now. I'm mad about that. But, you ready?
Come.
All right, let's
First
get it.
Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches.
Read that again.
Let your woman keep silence in the churches.
Let the women keep silence in the churches. For all you, Christian women pastors. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 42 verses 9.
That's it. That's right. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Ecclesiasticus. Give my hand to get that scripture. Ecclesiasticus. I couldn't think of it. I'm like, man, it's in there. But yeah, Ecclesiasticus. So that's the one to go back to making sure, like, what we talking about the man being so essential in the household. We couldn't find it earlier, but Ecclesiasticus.
That's an apocryphal.
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus.
I thought so.
42 and 9. Read that real quick.
Right. Get that.
No, I'm copying.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Come. Ecclesiasticus 42, verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter, when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep.
Look, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth. You know what I'm saying? When no man knoweth, because he was in the middle of the night. Nobody up. You know what I'm saying? You ever walked in the street sometime in the middle of the night, just be like a ghost town, you know what I'm saying? Certain places, or your household, when you wake up in the middle of the night and everybody sleep, nobody know you up, everybody sleeping. But the father waketh in the night when no man knoweth. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. And the care for her taketh away sleep.
The care for her taketh away his sleep. That is the role. That's right. How important and essential it is. Brothers, y'all don't even know brothers is up in the middle of the night, checking the windows, you know what I'm saying, checking the front doors, making sure things is locked, you know what I'm saying, making sure everything is in order, making sure nobody leave the stove on, you know what I'm saying, just making sure things is in the proper place. Because like I said, back in the day when we was young, we was definitely sneaking through parents' windows with their daughters in there, you know what I'm saying, or having them sneak outside. Right. It was all that was going on. So, you know what I'm saying, So I, you know what I'm saying, look, I'm up in the house with the shotty, you know what I'm saying? Making sure little dude ain't creeping through this window, you know what I'm saying? Right. But that's to go back to how essential it is, man. Very essential for the man in the household, man. Because, you know what I'm saying, this is thus says the Lord, man. Let's get it. Keep going.
When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age.
Read that again.
Lest she pass away, it's like, yeah, lest
when
she pass away.
When she is what?
Oh, it's like, when she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age. And being married, lest she should be hated.
Right. So she passed away the flower of her age, when she is young. Them girls who having sex too young. Just because you didn't had your flower, don't mean it's time for you to start having sex. Right. You see what I'm saying? Girls are getting on their flowers at 9, 10, 11 years old, 12 years old. So that don't mean they living in your house. You know what I'm saying? They still your baby. Right. They not ready to be having no sex. When it's like, like you said, pass the flower of her age. That's why they use a flower for reference. Because you can pick a flower when it's the bud, and you want to get some roses and some of them is open like this, right. And then you can get the ones that's all the way bloomed out like that, looking beautiful and just full-blown flower, right. And that's the correlation they're making between the women, making sure she's a full-blown woman. Right. Okay? You know what I'm saying? That she is a woman, not just a little girl who's had a flower. Okay? Keep going. That she is what?
Kind. Lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated.
Right. So, she then got married, the little dude probably then ran off. And now the father who's supposed to get a dowry for this girl, she's gonna try to marry her off, and dude gonna be like, man, you giving me, a woman that has been ran through by everybody, what I'm saying? She gonna be hated by her husband, you know what I'm saying? Or even hey, you have to get his little he do it like, he all right. Oh man. So is that it on that? All right. So that's Ecclesiastes 42, man, and 9. That's what we was looking for earlier. So we're gonna jump back to what we was, man, getting the order of these women, man, and how the Most High say things should be. You know what I'm saying? How the man should be over his woman, and how you need to get your household in order. All right. This is the Lord teaching the brothers how to make sure that your house is in order. So let's get back to it. Where we go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let's get it.
1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 34.
14.
Chapter 4. No. Chapter 1, verse 34. 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Chapter 14, verse 34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience.
Under obedience. Keep going.
As also saith the law.
Right. So let them learn silent in the churches. While all you Christian first lady pastors in the churches, y'all are not supposed to be no pastors in the churches, man. Y'all supposed to be sitting down and learning from the man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Who teach these scriptures. That's what it's supposed to be. Even the women, you know what I'm saying, who's mentioned in these Bibles, they were, you know what I'm saying, took their thoughts and they, prophecies to the man of the Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. That's why they was mentioned in here, because they did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go out and try to become prophetess and teach the church, become the pastor. No, they follow what the Lord said. When you inquire of the Lord, by inquiring of the man of the Lord.
Right.
Okay? And that's what they did. They followed orders, and now they mentioned in these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? For being great women. You know what I'm saying? So let them learn in silence in the churches, for it is not permitted on them to speak, but to be commanded. But they are commanded to be under obedience. Keep going after that.
Verse 35.
No, under obedience. What's after under obedience?
As also said the law.
As also said the law. So this is the law. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. And so hold that. Don't lose. Keep that space. But flip and go get the precepts and go to Genesis, so you will know what they're talking about. Genesis 3 and 16.
Genesis 3 and 16.
Right in the beginning. Genesis 3 and 16. So we can get what they're talking about, the law. It's a law for women to be obedient to their husband and listen and follow orders. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you can't, listen to your woman as far as, her ideas, her suggestions, her things like that, because they have great ideas and things. But they're not supposed to be usurping authority over you and not listening to what you tell them to do. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to go out there. But when it happens like that, then, like I said, we ain't Ike Turners around here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't beating on our women, but you do things to keep them in order. You don't got to beat on your woman. If you got to beat on your woman to get her to listen to you, you have no imagination.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have no imagination to you can leave. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with, hey, all right, you don't want to listen to me? No more fire getting tied to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to be on punishment for a while or something. You know what I'm saying? You get to, you know what I'm saying, you got to, take away, like a kid, like you got your child, you take away the things that they really love. They video games, they, going out with their friends or something, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, whatever, you can do other things. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to, beat on your woman and beat on, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways, because they want you, and ultimately, if they do, they're going to show it by doing what the Lord say to do, or you're going to have a lot of lonely nights, and you're going to make Duracell rich. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. They already rich. You're going to make them amazingly rich. Right? Because that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be having to be hugging that pillow real tight at night because you don't want to listen. I told you to do this. I asked you to do this, or you don't want to do it. You want to cause me problems and strife in my life. Now you're gonna deal with strife and problems in your life. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be miserable around here crying and slobbing somewhere because you're so lonely. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what you gotta do because we like I said, we don't beat women. You know, you don't have to. You do enough. You know, you treat them good enough on a daily and do enough in that bedroom. You ain't got to put your hands on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what it is, man. Let's get it, man. We're gonna where we at?
Genesis chapter 3, verse 16.
All right, so yeah, we're going to a lot of so. Yeah, go ahead. Let's get it.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception.
Right. You know, this was after Eve, you know, was beguiled by Satan in the garden. You know what I'm saying? And so this is the Most High's punishment for her, for you know what I'm saying, not listening to her husband. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you don't listen to your husband, like it's been since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? If you got a man of the Lord, you know, who's telling you to do the right thing and guide you properly, and you don't listen and follow that counsel, you end up like Eve. And that's where her name comes from. That's where that phrase, naive, nigh to Eve, near to Eve. You know what I'm saying? You just like Eve. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Naive. That's what she was. That's where that whole term came from. Being nigh to Eve. All right? Let's get it.
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
Right. So in sorrow now, it went from, you know, the woman wouldn't have had to go through so much pain having children. It would have been like, you know how you ever see the dog or a cat have a baby, they just sit there and pop them out, pop about 15 out, chilling. Ain't no pain at all. You know what I'm saying? And it was supposed to be like that for the woman, but he said in sorrow, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be going through all type of pain with these children. All right, keep going.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Your desire should be to your husband. Be in obedience to your husband. That's what you should desire. That's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't doing that, then things are not going to be happy in your life. Go ahead.
And he shall rule over thee.
He shall what?
And he shall rule over thee.
Read that one more time.
And he shall rule over thee.
He shall rule over thee. Thus says the Lord. All right? This is not no equality. There ain't no equality. He's to rule over thee. That's what it's supposed to be. You are supposed to be ruling over your woman, ruling over your household. You don't have to be a roaring lion being all mean and evil in the household. You know, your woman do just like you punish her for doing the wrong thing, you definitely reward her for doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a flip side to that. You know, you be sweet to her. You give her the things that she really like. Like you say, you take away the things that she like when she do wrong. When she does right, you give her the things that you know she likes. You know what I'm saying? She likes chocolates or flowers or whatever it is. Do that. She, you know, won't, you know, back rub massages, whatever the case may be. Do it. Going on dates, you do those things. But when they deserve for it to be done. Because if you're just doing it when they, you know, don't deserve it, then your word ain't gonna mean nothing. You being upset it ain't gonna matter. You know, you gotta follow through. Just like with a child, you know what I'm saying? You tell a child, hey, if you do this, you're going to get in trouble.
Right.
And if they do it and they don't get in trouble, what's going to stop them from doing it? The reason you don't touch fire is because what? The reason you're going to get burned. It's hot. That's why, because it's a consequence to doing it. All right? You know what I'm saying? The reason you know, if you eat your favorite food is because it tastes good. You ain't going to keep eating something that's nasty because it makes you feel good. So that's why you got to do it. She do the right thing, treat her good, make her feel that. Remember, like, man, I was being like this, but I felt so good when I was being like that. You know what I'm saying? You do that for your woman. You know what I mean? And same thing, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? For the brothers too, or for the sisters as well. All right. So rule over your household, man. Make sure you have that thing in order. If you are confused about something in your house, We got amazing men in this school, you know what I'm saying? Call, you can't lead a call, you know what I'm saying? Your brother's over you, they're over you for a reason. Get counsel on how to deal with certain things in your household. You don't gotta make decisions right then. You can say, you know, you in a situation where you really don't know which way to go, just pause. It's like, you know what, hold on. I'll get back to you on that. And go get some counsel about it. You know? So let's get the next one, man. That's so go back to the so that was that precept to what we just read over there in Corinthians. All right. So let's grab Ephesians 5 and 22. Let's go to Ephesians 5 and 22 real quick. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep getting it, man. Let brothers know. You know what I'm saying? These bedrock I.S.U.P.K scriptures on, you know what I'm saying, how to, you know, properly run your household. You know what I'm saying? You know, the role of the woman, you know, because it's been distorted in this kingdom. You know, the woman has been said that they can wear the pants, they don't need no man, you know, and that's that.
It's like Ephesians what?
5 and 22.
5 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands.
Read that again.
Verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands.
Wives, submit yourselves to your own husband. Submit. Brother, look up the definition of submit real quick. We're going to get that definition just for clarity. Wives, submit yourselves to your husband. You know what I'm saying? I know that word, you know, it sounds like, to some sisters, it sounds like the teacher when they scratch their fingers down on the board with chalkboard because, you know, you just want to do what you want to do. You want to do what you want to do, live how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? You don't want ain't no man tell you what to do. Yeah. It's like spoiled.
This is a submit count, right?
Yeah, it's a submit definition. But yeah, a lot of times, you know, women don't want to hear that submit word. That sounds like chop, you know, scratching on the board with your fingers. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that because, you know, can't no man tell you what to do. You do what you want to do. Ain't no man gonna rule you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got a sister who don't know how to do nothing right with the money. But she's saying she had a problem with bringing her check when she heard, you know what I'm saying? The sister tell me, I heard that I heard one of the brothers say that his wife bring him the whole check.
Right.
I'm like, it's probably the wildest thing she's done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she is terrible with money. Actually, when the woman who say, I ain't giving my man my check, how much money you got in your savings account?
Right.
How much money you got? I bet you nothing. You know what I'm saying? They be the ones, you know, you probably need to let the man run the money. Now, vice versa, if the brother don't know how to run the money, then maybe you should. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. Maybe I should run the money because you know what? You ain't, we homeless right now because you ain't paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? The lights just got turned off because I gave you all the money and you went and bought PlayStation games or Jordans or whatever. Then no, that brother don't need to be running the money. That doesn't mean he's still not over the household, but maybe he doesn't need, his finances ain't his strong suit. Right. So ain't nothing wrong with letting a sister, hey, you take care of the finances. I'm a little, you know what I'm saying, impulsive with the money, you know what I'm saying? And so maybe this needs not to be in my hand. And that's a wise man right there. You know what I'm saying? Knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, that makes you strong. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what you are good at and what you are not so good at. That's why you have a woman there to be a what? A help me. That's why a help me. You know what I'm saying? I called on you perfect. So a help me. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's there to help you. Right. You know what I'm saying? If she can't help you do it, ain't no purpose of her being there if all she's good for is laying on her back. You know what I'm saying? It's no purpose. She's supposed to be there to be able to help. So if she can help you manage the money, you know what I'm saying? Or if she can bring money into the household so you can manage it even better. You know? But it says, wives, submit yourself to your own husbands. Keep going.
Verse 22.
No, Salaki.
Oh, Salaki.
And read that definition of submit real quick.
Come. Submit, to stop trying to fight or resist something, to agree to do or accept something that you have been resisting or opposing.
Read that again.
Come. To stop trying to fight or resist something.
Right, to stop trying to fight or resist. Right. Stop fighting it. You know what I'm saying? Let that man rule that household. Let him teach you how to dress properly now. Like, no, babe, you cannot wear that outside. Your whole vagina is showing, okay? You can't wear that no more. Right. Your cleavage is out, you got your cleavage out all on Facebook. You can't do that. Nobody, you know what I'm saying, that's disrespectful for another man to have to be looking at my woman's cleavage. It makes me look weak. Because by now, you know, babe, if I stood you next to this prostitute, nobody would be able to tell the difference. Right. I said, one of them women over there is my wife. Which one? Nobody would know. Right. One of them, like, I tell her, one of them's a prostitute, one of them's my wife. Can you tell? Right. Nobody would be able to tell what the outfit you're wearing, baby. Right. Okay? I got, you know, you got to be taught again. You got to become brand new, like the scriptures say. You got to become like babies again, learning how to walk, learning, you know what I'm saying, how to walk right, how to talk right, what to dress, what to eat, what not to eat. How to, you know what I mean? Everything has got to be retaught when it comes to the Lord. You got to wash all that old stuff off, all that Christianity off, and let that man of the Lord properly teach you how to be a righteous woman. Just like we had to learn how to be righteous man. Like, brother, you get pull your pants up, that's gay. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't be all on the internet naked. Just like we say, our women got to be modest. No, but you can't be on the internet with your shirt all off naked like that. We have to be modest. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Can't be running around on the beach with goddamn Speedos on and none of that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. Well, same thing with men. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn same thing, what not to eat, what to eat. You know how to be a man in the house, how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Not being so emotional. You get mad at your woman, now you didn't haul off and punch her in the face. That's weakness. Right. Now you didn't gave her strength over you. Now you begging her, please, baby, don't call the police on me. I'll do whatever you want. You better get rid of all them hoes. Every last one of them gotta go. Or I'm calling the police. Right. All of them, you know what I'm saying? Now you done messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because you done punched her in the face. Now she didn't have the authority over you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't put yourself in a terrible situation. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, we have to, as men have to learn how to not be emotional. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing with us. You know what I'm saying? We done been raised by these women, and there's so much estrogen in all this food. You know what I'm saying? We need to start doing a little bit more push-ups, sit-ups. You know what I'm saying? Get some, be more like, look, that was a bit emotional, man. I shouldn't have slapped her like that. That was weak. You know what I'm saying? I should have walked away like a man. You know what I'm saying? All that brother stepped on my shoe, I shot him. That was real gay. Like, you shot the brother, but the white man came the other day. The oppressor came, with the police came, threw you on the post, slapped you, stepped on you, kicked you in the face, spit on you, and you did nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But that brother, he stepped on your shoe, and you shot him. You know what I'm saying? Right. Emotional is weak, so you gotta learn how to be man again as well. Okay? So stop resisting. That's submit. Just read that from the top one more time.
Come. To stop trying to fight or resist something. To agree to do or accept something that you have been resisting or opposing.
That's submit. You know what I'm saying? You've been resisting or you've been opposed to letting a man rule over you. Right. Get that word, yes. Rule over you. That's what it is. A man is supposed to rule over you. All right? And that's a you allowed to happen. And brothers got to understand, when it's that time, you got to go die for that family. You can't send your wife out there with that person. So one of y'all got to die for today. Who is going to be? Right. Baby. Baby. Gonna have to go, you know what I'm saying? A danger is coming to the family. Right. You didn't ran off and left the family. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You're gonna have to stand there and let your family get away. You're gonna have to shoot that bear off until your family is safe. Fight the bear, fight the lion, fight the dog, whatever it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the burden with being the ruler, being the head. It comes with a lot of things. It can be great, but it also comes. The scripture says you gotta love your wife like Christ loved the church. Right. Which means and when the time comes, what did Christ do? He laid down his life physically, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, in all ways. You gotta lay down your life for your wife. Okay? You got to stop being an alcoholic. You got to stop being a drug addict. You got to stop being a whoremonger. You see what I'm saying? You got to stop it. You know what I'm saying? And you might physically have to give up your life to save your family. That's thus says the Lord. All right. All right. Let's get this next one, man. And we're gonna get ready to make it. Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31 and go to verse 10. And this, you know, and for Proverbs 31, man, this is, you know what I'm saying, the good. Every woman, you know what I'm saying, definitely should read the whole chapter of Proverbs 31. Okay, just read the whole chapter and try to, this is, you know, the qualities of a virtuous woman. You know, having virtue is having skills and talent. That's what virtue is. Having things that you know how to do. You know how to sew, you know how to cook, you know how to braid, you know how to, like I said, you good with money, you know how to do taxes, you know how to do something. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, teach these scriptures, teach the scriptures, but you can't teach a man how to do his taxes. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach him, you know, if that's what your skills are. You know what I'm saying? You know how to do certain things. What skills do you have to be a helpmate? To be a helpmate, like to make things better. Sisters running around here doing amazing food programs. Sisters, you know, sewing garments and headpieces and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your skills is, you know what I'm saying? You into real estate, you teach them, helping brother learn how to buy houses and, you know, whatever, you know, go get some virtue. Go get something that you can do that can make the life of you and your family better. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be one of them women that are only good for laying on their back. Right. That is, you know what I'm saying? That's a good trait to be with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the cherry on top. You know, of everything else you will have to offer. Then also, you know how to do that? Good night. You know what I'm saying? It's just the cherry on top of it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the woman. Let's get it.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Read that again.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
Who can find a virtuous woman? Who can find it? That's like, man, that's you know what I'm saying? That's something that's so rare. Like, man, what that's at? You know what I'm saying? You know, that phrase, like, man, that's what it is. What they do that at? You know what I'm saying? Right. Keep going.
For her price is far above rubies.
Read that again.
For her price is far above rubies.
One more time for the sisters.
For her price is far above rubies.
A virtuous woman, her price is far above rubies. Rubies is a rare gem, like I said, man. And she exceeds that. You know what I'm saying? You get your woman like that, ain't nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? It can give you more years on your life, the Bible said. You know what I'm saying? A good woman can make you live longer, just like a wicked one can make you live shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like the gentleman was saying the other day, they make life better. You know what I'm saying? Like a nice bottle of like, you know, goose or, you know, a nice bottle of Hennessy, whatever you drink, you know, so I can make things better. You know what I'm saying? That woman makes life sweeter, makes it better when she is being just as sweet as she can be, being nice, being virtuous, you know, being a helpmate, being a woman like this. The Lord said, who can find this woman? For her price is far above rubies. Keep going. Right.
Verse 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her.
Read that again.
The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her.
Right. Your husband, he ain't worried about you. He ain't, you know what I'm saying, running, having to, you know what I'm saying, check through your phone because he don't trust what you're talking about and doing, and he ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, worry about you gonna shame him on Facebook. You know, you're gonna not listen to him. He ain't gotta worry about is his household gonna fall through the ground if he has to go out of town for a while. Right. Or if he goes away, you know what I'm saying, to do the work of the Lord, gotta leave for a while. The household is gonna crumble because you don't know how to, he cannot trust you. His heart can't safely trust in you. But this virtuous woman, her husband's heart safely trusted her. Keep going.
So that he shall have no seed, so that he shall have no seed of spoil.
Right. He ain't gonna be one for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything he needs is gonna be there, provided. He ain't gonna be wanting need for anything. Ain't nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be hard for some whore and a head wrapper to come and seduce your husband because he got such a virtuous woman. Right. And her standard, that gives a woman, another woman have to live up to something. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be like, man, my woman is doing all of this. That's it? Mm-hmm. All you doing is this? Right. No, man. No, she doing too much. Right. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? And in order to keep her man from, you know what I'm saying, straying and being enticed by a whore. Mm-hmm. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm not, that's disrespectful. Like, you know what I mean? Right. I'm not gonna do that. Look at you. Who is you? What do you say? Who is you? You ain't nobody. So like that was an inside thing, but yeah, man. So be a virtuous woman, man. Be a virtuous woman. You know what I'm saying? Be a helpmate to your husband. Brothers, run your household, rule over your household under Christ, YAHANNA, or Mashiach, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Right. Learn how he ruled the church, the congregation, the Israelites. Learn how Christ did it, and then as you take them teachings and you run your household that same way. All right? You know what I'm saying? And then I think we had skipped out on something on that one scripture too. It says submit, that you on that submit. Go back to Ephesians 5:22, because we left off on submit. No, Ephesians. Yeah, what is that one? Yeah, 5:22, that's what it was. We didn't get the rest of that scripture, it's so heavy. We got to get the rest of that scripture real quick. 5:22 is what it was. We got to get the rest of that because it was definitely too heavy to just gloss over. Okay. You know, so we had did the definition of submit and then get back to it. Okay. Yeah, let's get it.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22, let's get it.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord.
As what?
As unto the Lord.
As who?
As unto the Lord.
Submit, man, good night. That is your Lord. Submit yourself to your own husband as you would submit to the Lord. Don't treat your husband less than you treat your boss at work. You know what I'm saying? You can go to that job and talk to that boss all nice and sweet, no matter how mad he make you. But you come home and berate your husband and be evil and talk to him like he ain't nothing. You know what I mean? You treat some devil better than you treat your own husband. Mm-hmm. You listen to that devil and what he tell you to do and what he tell you not to do, you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Submit yourself to your own husband as you submit to the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Act like it's the Lord God telling you whatever the order he's giving you. Right. As if it came straight from the Lord. Mm-hmm. As unto the Lord, man. And that is the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As being a virtuous woman, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you start to do it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So be that virtuous woman, man. You can be precious to your husband. You can be an amazing helpmate. Be that woman. Rule over your household with brothers. And we build this kingdom up, man. One household at a time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alatham Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat all the sisters. Also, New York got their cookout this Saturday, man. If you were in the New York area, anywhere over there on that East Coast, man, get to that cookout. You know what I'm saying? Captain Tazariak is doing an amazing lecture, you know, surviving Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't going to want to miss it if you over there, man. Get over there. That's the next thing coming up. Then we got definitely another one, too, to look out for coming down in a lecture in St. Louis as well coming up. But we'll keep you posted on that one. You know, mighty Captain Gadar gonna blaze it once again. But yeah, man. So with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Maccabi. Yeah, security.
I.S.U.P.K security announcement.
Matter of fact, let's get the Lord's Prayer real quick. Get the Lord's Prayer. We'll get what we do. We is running out of time.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abinah, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shikah, Yahweh, Nagasa, La'ad,
Amen. The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come.
thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
Earth.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Our daily bread.
Forgive us of our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
We forgive our debtors.
And forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
Deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory. Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen.
Men of Israel. Elijah Shabbat. Elijah. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh
Shabbat. Sorry, I'm facing sisters. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Elijah Shabbat. Elijah. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahweh.
Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahweh.
Got my time class dismissed.